Welcome to Equal Ground Headlines. I am Samuel B. Williams, bringing you balanced coverage on our top stories of the day. It sounds like a plot from a geopolitical thriller, but it's real. The United States is eyeing Greenland as its next strategic asset, and the Trump administration is openly talking about taking control of the vast Arctic island. President Donald Trump declared that the U.S. needs Greenland for world peace and will go as far as we have to secure it. This astonishing statement comes amid a high-profile visit to Greenland by U.S. officials and has angered American allies Denmark, which sovereignly governs Greenland, and the local Greenlandic government. On Friday, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance touched down at Pituffik Space Base in northwest Greenland, a U.S.-operated military installation, for what was supposed to be a goodwill visit. But the trip was scaled back to just that base stop after public outrage in Greenland and Denmark. Originally, Vance's wife, the Second Lady, planned a longer tour including local cultural events, but Greenland's leaders bristled at the visit's lack of prior consultation. Protesters in Nuuk, Greenland's capital, made it clear Greenland is not for sale. The backdrop here is Trump's revived ambition to annex Greenland, an idea he famously floated and was rebuffed for back in 2019. Now, with him back in the White House, that idea has moved from offhand remarks to what appears to be a budding policy. Trump told reporters at the White House, "We have to have Greenland. It's not a question of, can we do without it? We can't." He framed it as a matter of global security, claiming Chinese and Russian ships are all over Greenland's waters, and that Denmark has underinvested in the island's defense. In Trump's view, American stewardship of Greenland is necessary to check Beijing and Moscow in the Arctic. During his visit, VP Vance didn't mince words either. Standing before U.S. troops at Pituffik Base, he criticized Denmark for failing to keep Greenland secure from very aggressive incursions from Russia and China, though he offered no specifics on those incidents. Vance pledged that the U.S. would invest in more resources here, including deploying additional naval ships and military icebreakers to patrol Arctic sea lane. Importantly, he insisted the U.S. would respect Greenland's self-determination and asked the Greenlandic people to partner with the United States, suggesting Washington would be a better guardian than Copenhagen. Greenland's response has been defiant. In Nuuk, 4 out of 5 political parties hurriedly formed a unity coalition government this week, setting aside differences to present a common front against Trump's designs. Jens Frederik Nielsen, Greenland's incoming Prime Minister, said, "We must stick together. We are strongest together," urging Greenlanders to unite in the face of external pressure. He also blasted the U.S. visit as showing a lack of respect, since it was arranged without full Greenlandic or Danish sign-off. Even Denmark's King Frederik, who recently succeeded Queen Margrethe, weighed in via social media, affirming his love for Greenland and implying support for its people's wishes. To be clear, Greenland is a self-governing territory of Denmark with a population of only 57,000, mostly indigenous Inuit people. It has massive ice sheets but also rich mineral deposits, rare earths, metals, possibly oil and gas, which global powers increasingly covet. It also occupies a highly strategic location in the Arctic, and as climate change opens northern shipping routes, controlling Greenland is akin to controlling a crucial gateway between the Atlantic and Arctic Ocean. The U.S. has operated the Pituffik base there since the Cold War, But owning Greenland outright, or at least having it under US influence, would be a geopolitical game changer. Trump's rhetoric about world peace and international security seems aimed at justifying an unprecedented land acquisition in modern times. Officials in Denmark and Greenland say outright that Greenland is not for sale or takeover. Denmark's Prime Minister, Mette Frederiksen, called the 3-day US visit plan, before it was cut down, unacceptable pressure, pointedly noting that Greenland belongs to the Greenlanders. After Vance's curtailed stop at the base, which avoided any mingling with local residents, Greenlanders expressed relief, but also disbelief. "It's all a bit crazy," said one 30-year-old in Nuuk. "You don't just come here and say you want to buy the place. So, where does this leave things?" The US has clearly signaled it will ramp up its Arctic presence, diplomatically, economically, and militarily. It's already announced plans to station more naval assets in the region. Greenland, for its part, just held an election on March 11 in which a pro-independence party emerged strongest. That party prefers a gradual loosening of ties with Denmark, but certainly not switching colonial overseers to Washington. If anything, Trump's aggressive push could drive Greenland closer to Denmark and Europe, out of necessity, at least in the short term. In sum, an American president is openly courting a chunk of another country. A move almost unheard of in the 21st century. Ali are upset. China and Russia are surely watching keenly, and the 56,000 Greenlanders have been put in an uncomfortable spotlight on the world stage. This Arctic chess match is just beginning, but it's already raising tensions. As one Greenlandic lawmaker put it, "We are not someone's backyard. We decide our own future." For now, that future includes fending off the advances of a superpower eager to stake its claim in the far north.